Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me as we are going to set up your planner for 2025 because that is right around the corner. It's kind of crazy to think about that. But I'm going to go over like weekly spread and a monthly spread, using it functionally and getting you ready for the new year. So let's get started on that. Okay, so I have a new 2025 planner, an awesome sticker book that you can find everything at Michael's, a good functional decorative sticker book, and then some filler paper. I feel like those are really good basics that you will need for planning in your planner. So let's go over the planner. I have these sheets here, these sheets right here that I already started mapping out some things for the new year. So you can already get started in your 2025 planner, organizing events that are going to be happening. I like to put days that I don't have work or birthdays. I like to note that in here too. Plans that I have in the future, upcoming trips, again, vacations, things like that. So you can kind of see it all organized on your sheet. These will also come in handy for when you're doing your monthly and pre-planning. These are great pre-planning sheets, essentially. So yeah, I have January kind of mapped out for myself. Like when I'm, a day off, going back to work from the new year. I have some Disney trips planned that I like to organize on my planner. So yeah, that's how I kind of use this little section here, just adding things in as they come in, doctor's appointments, any kind of like appointment like that that you want to put in and note for, a few months in advance. These are great sheets to use to organize all of that. All right, so actually I'm going to take out this sheet right here, because that's one of the great things about this system. You can just pull things out and put it back in. So let's go to the monthly section here and kind of organize this stuff on here. So I'm going to take this sticker book. I have some of the things that I already kind of have planned out for the month. I'm just going to put that right there so I can keep that organized there. And then I'm going to go in here. And I love using box stickers, like any kind of box stickers that you can find in these sticker books for any important kind of days. So I'm going to grab one of these, like nice box stickers, and put that here on the first, because I like to have a box for important days and just write in New Year's Day. And then I'm also going to put no work because I don't have work that day. So I'm going to put no work here like that. And then another thing I like to note with box stickers is like events that are coming up. So for instance, I have a Disney trip planned on the 11th. So I'm just going to put Disneyland here. Also on here, I like to jot down bills that are due. And for bills, I like to use a really thin box just so it looks different from all the other boxes on here. I'll use these like thinner boxes like this to note some bills. So on the first, I also have a bill due. So I'm just going to kind of like squeeze that in right there. And actually, you know what? Let me take these out of the planner too, because that helps to get it out off the discs a little bit. Okay, let me put this aside here. All right, so I'm going to stack this box on top of this one already. You can really fit a lot in these little squares. And I'm going to put that I have a bill due here. And again, using the same size boxes. So that way visually, I know like these are all my bills, this size box right here. I have another bill on the 8th that I'm going to stick here. And then write in the bill. Okay. And then I also like to use little bullet points in here. So let me grab some bullet points. Yeah, these are great because you could also use these to color code for different reasons. So I'm going to use these to map out like my paydays. So I don't have to write payday, but I know that these bullet points mean payday. So I'm just going to pick one color. and I get paid on every Tuesday. So whatever your pay days are, you can just, note them that way. But I'm just gonna put a little bullet point here for each day that I get paid. And then that's kind of like, that represents that payday for the week. Because I'm super into budgeting, so mapping that out on my monthly, just seeing it compared to like where my bills are is super important for me to budget. So I like to always have them here. And sometimes if you're lucky, you get like an extra payday in a month, because that happens sometimes. So those are always nice to see on here. Okay, and then I'm going to, on the sidebar, I like to put a long box on the sidebar, which I think there are some, yes, right here. Some of these like long boxes right here. I'm going to take this one and just stick that on the side. And over here, I like to put things that I need to take care of that doesn't have like a specific day, but I want to make sure I put it down here because it's something important that I need to take care of. For instance, my driver's license is expiring, so I need to take care of that renewal. So I'm just gonna put renew license as just a little reminder for myself. If it doesn't get done this month and I don't check it off, then I can transfer it over to the next month and then kind of go from there. But at least it's like a little reminder for myself over here that it's something that I need to take care of. So that's usually what I do on the sidebar, is just all the important info that needs to be taken care of that I don't have a specific date for. But yeah, that's the sidebar. Now, once I put down all of my functional stickers down on the spread, like adding all the boxes, let me add a couple more boxes actually. Let's add a couple more. Like this day right here, I'll use the holidays that are on the calendar already as days that I want to mark too. Like this day's National Sticker Day, so that's kind of important too. So I have National Sticker Day. This one's Martin Luther King Day, so I'm going to jot that one down too. Grab a sticker. I just always like to have everything important in a box. So I'm going to put Martin Luther King Day. So once all the boxes are on your spread and all the important things are down that you need to note for the month, this is when I go in and I just like decorate everything, since all the important stuff is down. So I'm going to go in here, and I love these sticker books because they come with functional and decorative stickers. So it's super easy to do everything that you need for a spread. So, and it's all coordinated too, which is nice. So I always really like using these like longer, clear stickers. Sometimes you got to use tweezers though, to pull them up. Makes it a little bit easier. Like long stickers like this that don't take up too much room, because for instance, maybe something comes up later on and you might need this space to put a plan. You still have room here and here, but then you got like a really cute sticker there to, make your spread look a little bit nicer. This one is a nice little quote too, and it's kind of decorative, which is nice too. So I'm going to take this one. And I have this space here. So I'm just going to use this as like a little decorative space and put that there. And then in here, we also have like more of these like fun Starburst kind of stickers. So I'm going to take some of these and kind of just sprinkle them around the spread a little bit. So we got one here. And again, I'm still leaving space around these areas. So just in case if I need to write something down right here or stick a sticker here, I can do that. Like it's still a functional area, because I feel like the monthly is a really functional element in your planner. Like this I use as like a command center for everything happening in the month. So I want to make sure if something were to come up, I could still have space to write it in, or you could put a sticker over the sticker, which is nice. So I'm going to keep putting some more decorative elements around the spread because, you know, that always makes your spread look a little bit nicer and more fun. Oh, I also really love these kind of stickers. They're nice little quotes. They're just like long strips of quotes. So I'm going to take this one right here and just kind of put them around the spread a little bit. Again, it doesn't take up too much room, which is really nice. And it adds a little pop of color around your spread. So I always like to throw these around a little bit all over. Like that. And then these are great because they're like washi stickers. So again, you kind of have everything that you need in these books because this acts like kind of like washi. And so I can stick some of this up on the top for more of a decorative element on the spread, and just add a little bit on the end to fit on this side. Like so. Okay, and then I can add some on the bottom. Over here, just to like coordinate it on each side a little bit. Another thing that I like to note on here, you could note like things that happen in the day if you wanted to. That's another way that that other people have used the monthly. If you don't want to use it functionally, you could use this as one thing that happened a day and write. I've actually been doing that where you write one thing that happened, even if it's like a small little thing, you could write that in each little box. And then you have like a little snapshot of each day for the month that you could use, that you can look back at and see like everything that you did. Okay, so that's basically the monthly. I try to keep this very, very functional with my plans, appointments, days off, things like that. That's what I try to keep this with when I use a monthly. And then I will use this, like whatever I planned out here, I will use it for my planning on my weekly spread, which I'm going to do a little weekly spread next.
Des, before we go there, would you mind holding the spread up a little closer to camera so everyone can
Oh, yeah.
see? Looks so good. I love this sticker book.
Yes, it's a really, really good book. And the colors are really nice. And yeah, it's fun. It's a fun theme. Okay, so let's do a weekly spread now. So usually what I'll do is I'll look at my monthly first and I'll see, okay, I have a bill due, I have a day off, and also a holiday too that I want to note. And that's about it for the monthly. Now I still have all the other plans, like the normal to-do plans, like, you know, cleaning. I like to jot down like my cleaning list for the days, just the normal tasks that I take care of at home. But the main things that I want to make sure I get on here are those two things, since they're the important ones are on the monthly. So I'm going to take my weekly spreads here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to focus on are those two important things that I noted, which those are on the first. Okay, so I'm going to take care of those first with a box. So let's grab a box. Let's go with pink. Actually, and I kind of want it to say important. So this one has like a nice little header. So that's going to be like, that's an important thing that's happening. And then I love layering stickers. So I'm going to layer a circle sticker on top for the bill that is due that day. So I got this nice little circle sticker here. Okay, so I'm going to layer this on the first, and I'm all about layering out of the lines. Like everything doesn't have to be perfectly in each section. I like it to be a little bit off-centered. So this one is going to go here. And then I'm going to layer this box on top. Okay, so this is New Year's Day. And then this is going to be no work. Okay, so I got both of those taken care of on there. And then the one other thing I have is a bill that's due that day. So I'm going to grab, let's see, I think I want like a little slim sticker like I used on the monthly. I think I have some. Okay, I have these. So I'll use this one, kind of the same size as I used in on the monthly. I'm going to put this here. And for me, I have a rent due this day. And I always like doing like little arrows and stuff. And I'm going to put submit payment. Okay, so those are the important things from my monthly that I needed to get onto this spread. Everything else is just going to be daily tasks and little lists and checklists and bullet points and that kind of stuff that I'm going to be putting around the spread. So I'm going to go and grab, I don't think this book has checklists, but it does have bullet points, so I can make my own little checklists around the spread. So Tuesday, let's add a couple of bullet points here. So I can make my own little list here of things that I need to take care of that day. Usually New Year's Eve, probably doing something with family. So I'm gonna just grab a little box and note that here. I'll do this today sticker here. And then this will be New Year's Eve. Bam. Okay.
Des, we have a question coming through. Do you like to color code or do you color code in your planner?
Yes. So I like to color code in my monthly planner. I like to color code. Actually, I do a fun thing with color coding in my planner. Let me go over here. So usually on my monthly, for my bills that are due, I'll color code the bill to match like this color right here for when I get paid. So I like to color code so that way I know, okay, all these bills are going to be paid with this paycheck. And then also for my social media planning, I do color code in there too. So like each category has its own color. So you could totally do that as well on your weekly spreads, especially in this book, because you have actually a few colors. You have black, you have this beige color, and then pink. So you could make each of these categories, whatever categories that you want for the week, and then just put these down. Like it could be morning, afternoon, night, and then you can put those down. And once you see the color, you know, like, okay, this is a morning task, and then this is an afternoon task, and then this is a night task in these colors. Because I like to have things scattered around the spread. I don't like to have, me personally, I think it's more interesting when I have things a little bit more scattered. They're not like in chronological order for me. So that would help to know like, okay, I need to do this in the AM and then this one in the afternoon.
So smart. I love the idea of being able to color code.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun to color code for sure. Okay. All right, so now that I have like a little bit of decorative stickers here, I can go in with some fun functional, or sorry, I have functional stickers here. Now I can go in with decorative stickers just to make it a little bit more cute. Okay, so let's do, this is a nice big sticker. And actually, I want to layer this under this sticker. I love layering stickers, so we're just going to stick this here. And then layer this. Layer that on top like so. And again, lots of nice little quotes around the spread. Pure magic. And these are fun. Like all of these like little decorative kind of stickers that you can stick around. Okay, and then on the sidebar, this is another like important tasks that need to be done section for me. So I like to, again, grab one of those long sidebar stickers. One of these. I'll do this like this color right here and stick that down here. And then I want to do, again, a more functional on this side. I'm going to do some bullet points going all the way down, just so I can have like a lot of, like a nice little list. So like on the sidebar, you can do like a little shopping list if you want to jot down all the things that you need to get at the store. I like to just put down the important things happening for the week, just as another like, okay, this is important. Make sure you don't forget this over here. Or things that don't have a specific date that they need to get done, but they need to get done. So for me, I like to put over here, if I have a bill due, I like to just put it over here as well, just as a little reminder to, you know, take care of that. And then also if I have like returns that I need to do, because I'm always forgetting to do my Amazon returns. So I need them over here on the sidebar because it's like the important stuff over here, like take care of it. So that's what I like to use that side for. And I'm just gonna stick down some more of these functional or decorative kind of stickers around the spread because they don't take up too much room, which is nice. So you still have a lot of room around, but then it's making it look nicer, which is good. Now let's go to the other side. So on the other side, for me, I work Monday through Friday. So the weekends are like when I get most things done. So I like to use a double box, which I think there's double boxes in here. Yes. Okay. So a bigger box like this for the weekend, for weekend plans, because this is all going to get done on the weekend. So it covers both days. So I like to always stick a double box over here. And then I will layer another sticker on top. So this could be like Friday, Saturday kind of plans. You could choose if you want it to be Friday, if you want it to be Saturday. So that way I have lots of space here for plans that I want to take care of for the weekend. And then of course I can add in some more bullet points. Let's get some more bullet points. Weekends is when I'm like the busiest. So I always need more functional stuff over here to take care of things for the week. And I always like, again, to scatter the stuff, the types of stickers I have. So if I put bullet points here, I probably won't put them here just because personally I prefer them to be a little bit more random. So I'll put them up here for the next day. So I have a little list section, but at least it's like not right next to the next one. And then of course, just adding more boxes in because something always comes up. So there's always a reason for a box. Like I feel like I won't know what's going to go in here, but I'm sure by the time this Thursday comes around, I'll be able to, you know, find something to put in there. Oh, and I just realized I grabbed the wrong dates up here. I just realized I have the wrong dates, but yeah. And layering boxes on top of each other. Oh, I see a question. What do you do when your to-do list is way longer than those bullet points? Oh, good question. Okay, so I have this filler paper right here. So one thing that I like to do for those like busier days, I will take, let me put this in here. Because there's this really good filler paper pack right here. I love buying filler paper because it's so convenient to have this and it's already pre-punched for you, which is nice. So I like to take this filler paper and then I'll put it in here and then just fold it in half. So that way I could still see my spread. But for any days that maybe you need a little bit more room because maybe you need more things done on the weekend, then you can use this filler paper here to jot down more list making in here. And when you fold this in half, it kind of sections it off into 4 sections, which is nice. So you can make maybe like your chore list here. If you want to do like a little shopping list here, you could do that there. And then you have this back section here to write in some more, more tasks that you need to take care of. And then the great thing about this is I like to take, if I write a shopping list, I like to take this with me through the store. So it's like super easy to just, put into your planner and then write it in, but you can still see your plans for the week. And then just jot down whatever it is that you need to list out. So yeah, filler paper, love filler paper. It's one of the things I always am like buying way too much of, but I use it so much just for like note taking and stuff. And that way, like if you don't want to mess up your planner, because sometimes, we like writing in the plans, but we don't want to maybe jot down like a phone number in your planner or something. So at least you have like a scratch piece of paper that you can jot that down on in your planner and you won't ruin like the look of your planner and all the nice plans that you want to have in here. But yeah, filler paper is my absolute favorite. And you could even the great thing about filler paper is you don't even need it to be like the whole size. You can cut it in half if you want to and have like smaller sections in here because, this stuff you're able to just put it wherever you need to, which is great about the discount system. And then have like smaller lists in here, and then you get a little bit more out of that paper if you don't need a huge piece of paper in your planner. But yeah, that's how I like to use the filler paper in my planner. Okay, so let me get back to more of the decorating, because the decorating part I love the decorating part. So let me get the pages out again. Okay, so I'm going to add in some more boxes. So I just basically just scatter boxes around and then write in them when I need them. So I feel like Sunday I'll probably need some boxes there. Mondays are always super busy too. So I'm going to put a box here. I think I'm going to put some bullet points here. So let me go back to the bullet point section. Grab some of these. And tweezers really do help a lot, especially with these tiny, tiny bullet points. Okay. So I have a little list there. I think I want to put something here. I feel like it looks a little empty here. So I'm just gonna put another box over here. Okay. And I feel like I have a good amount of boxes on this side. I have a good amount of checklists. Actually, I think I can add another little bullet point checklist here. And then I can get to like the fun decorative part of the spread. Okay, so a few more bullet points. Okay, So a couple bullet points there. And again, I like having them scattered around the spread. I just feel like it looks a little bit more visually interesting than having them all like in the same spot. So they're a little scattered, which that's how I like to do those. And then I can add in some decorative elements.
Des, as you're adding those in, we had a question that said, if you mess up on writing, is the sticker easily removable, or do you recommend putting another sticker on top?
Okay, so sometimes the stickers are removable. Like, let me see this one right here. Like, actually, these come off super easy. But I honestly probably would just put a sticker on top of it. Then possibly ripping the page. But honestly, if I was removing this sticker, I would just put like a bigger sticker on top of it. So that's a lot easier, and then you won't have to worry about, messing up your spread. So yeah, super easy just to like, put one on top, or even like layer it. Like this one has a little beige. I could just layer it on top, and it kind of gives it a fun other element on top of that one. Oh yeah, I've heard of undo. But I haven't used that in a bit. That one always scares me. But yeah, you can always just stick a sticker on top. That's an easy way to do that. Or I mean, some whiteout too. There's some good like pens that do whiteout on top of that. But I like more the covering it with a sticker. Okay, so let me add in some more of the little quotes. I love these little quotes. So I'm just going to stick some around the spread. Okay, like honestly, anywhere that looks like it has a little empty space, I'll stick these little quotes because they don't take up a lot of room and they add a little bit of color on the spread, which is nice. And then I really like these. Like these are different. I like these. So I'm gonna take one of these and just put that on top of a box just to make it a little bit more decorative. And I like how that turned out. So I'm gonna do that over here too. Another little sun on top of that one. And then I'm gonna go back to that washi because there's that really nice washi in here. I think there's this kind too. Like this is a different color and pattern. So let's use this one. Okay. Just adds a little bit more fun decorative element to the spread without actually like getting into the actual part that you're writing in. So I always like that. I feel like washi is a finishing touch on your spread, so it's always nice to add that in. Like that. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good like decorative and functional kind of spread for the week. Oh, what is the sticker book called?
I have the link for it right
Oh,
here.
okay, cool.
This is the Everyday Magic sticker book.
Everyday Magic.
At Michael's, but let me link it for you guys again real quick.
And this one, again, it's great because it has all of these nice functional stickers. There's quotes. I love these little to-do circle stickers because you can add that on top of, like, layer them on top of the boxes. A little to-do. And you remember for this day, we'll do a little remember. Yeah, I feel like this book has all the elements that you need to make a spread, which is nice. And then it has these really awesome quotes. I think I might stick one of these quotes. Do this, just be kind. And sometimes what I like to do is after I've finished a spread, like actually filling it in with all my plans, I will go in after and fill in any extra spots with more stickers, just so I can use the stickers again, and then make it look a little bit more full, and go and use my stickers, because that's the important thing. You definitely want to use your stickers and get them on the spread. Get them out of the book. I'm actually going to add in another decorative sticker over here. Let's see, let's do this one. So I feel like it looks a little empty over here. So we're just going to layer that one on top of that. Okay, so that is the spread. A nice decorative, functional spread for the week. Okay, and then with that filler paper, I also wanted to show like different ways that you could use that too. So let me grab the filler paper. And like I said, you can fold this in half and put this in your planner. And you can also have fun with it too and add stickers to it. So I'm just going to do that here and make it like a functional sticker sheet here, or filler sheet here. So let's grab a sticker here. And then you can categorize each of these boxes for whatever it is that you need and just layer stuff here. It's always fun just to, make the filler paper a little bit more decorative. I'll add a little circle here. And then of course, more quotes around the spread. And I always like doing this because you can like just do whatever you want on these sheets, which is nice. You have like full range over here to do what you would like. So I'm gonna add another circle here. And then a quote. And then I have some bullet points because I'm always wanting to put lists of things on my spread. So lots of lists are always a good thing, especially for a very, very busy week. Okay, so got some nice lists going on here. Okay, so you have this section here that you can use, and then this could be a separate section here. And you can even decorate on this side with some more stickers. So again, I can have, let's see, I think this will fit a nice box here. Yeah, don't ever be afraid to use the stickers, because I feel like they are meant to be on the page than in the sticker book. Like you want to get them on your pages to use. That's like where they really shine, is like when you're actually putting your plans next to it. So yeah. Okay, and then I can actually do like a nice little list here. And then I have like more sections to, make plans on, which is nice. But yeah, I love that. I love filler paper. So
Do you keep the filler paper in your planner, or how do you like to keep that like easily?
okay. So I like to always have filler paper, and I'll get a variety of filler paper, and I'll put it in the very back section over here. And I'll usually keep like a good stack, like not the whole pack, but I'll keep like a good stack in the back, so that way it's easy for me to find it because it's in the very, very, very back. And I could just, flip to it, grab a piece of paper when I need it, and then continue on my spread. But yeah, I like to always keep filler paper inside my planner whether it's in the back or in the front, just so that way it's always handy and that you always have some on hand to write on. Yeah. So
Amazing.
lots of space for plants, which is really nice.
We have another question coming in that says, how far in advance do you plan and decorate? A week at a time, month at a time? What's your preferred timeline?
Okay, so when it comes to my monthly, I like to do that the week before the month starts. I will pre-plan. You could take a sheet like this, write out all the days, and then kind of map out your month. And then I'll take that sheet and then I'll do my monthly the week before the actual month starts. And then for the weeklies, my routine is I like to do my spreads Sunday night, Sunday morning or Saturday night. So the weekend, I like to do my spreads and map it all out, like what my plans are. So that way by Monday, it's all done and it's ready to use for the week. So I don't plan it too far in advance. If I do have plans in advance, I'll sometimes stick a sticky note in here as a reminder, or you can use these sheets here to jot down any things that are like further in advance that you might forget about. You could put that there. But yeah, that's usually how I plan out for the week for my monthly and my weeklies.
Amazing. Are there any other questions anyone has about Desiree's planning, any of those products that we can help answer? Let us know.
Ooh, daily planners. Okay, daily planners. I use that more at work because every day it's changing for me. But yeah, daily planners are great. Or you could, this paper right here, it's kind of like a daily page because it has the date section right here. So you could totally use, like, you could just get this filler paper pack, which I think there's like 50 sheets in here. Oh no, there's 40 sheets in here. So that would cover you for 40 days of planning on these sheets right here. And you can make your own little daily planner with this too.
Someone asked if you ever like to use an undated planner or bullet journaling.
An undated planner. Well, have I used an undated planner? I don't think I've used an undated planner in a bit because I usually like that it's dated because then that's one less thing that I have to do. But there is when the teacher planner comes around, I do have to redate that. So that's the only one that I have to like, date again. I prefer using dated planners just because then I don't have to worry about dating it.
Someone was asking, oh, this is a fun creative question. Do you ever use stamps instead of stickers? Or do you ever use anything that isn't a sticker as a sticker, if that makes sense?
Yes. I've done videos where I've done stamps, like a stamp only spread. I haven't done it in a bit because stamps do scare me a little bit because they're very, like, I always wear them and a mess up and ruin the page. It always turns out fine. It's just I always stress about that. But yes, I've used stamps and I've also loved using scrapbook paper in my planners and like tearing it up and making like little scenes with them. But yeah, scrapbook paper is one of my favorite things to like add into a planner. I've also used tissue paper, like decorative tissue paper, and put that in my planner. So yeah, I've done like non-sticker kind of spreads, which is fun.
I love it. I love hearing how creative everyone gets with their planning. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It makes me
And those videos are always like, it's always fun to see how other people use different items in their planners. It's very creative to see that.
definitely amazing. The spread looks so good, Des. Oh, do you want to do a little close-up of the
Oh yeah,
weeks?
here, I'll do the weekly right here.
everything as well.
Here's the weekly. And then my little extra sheet right here. Just pop that back in.
So good. I love how the sticker book turned out with this layout. It looks so good.
Thank you. Yeah, this book is really, really nice. Since it has everything that you kind of need for a spread. And it's a different kind of theme, which I like too. I always like having like each week when I make a spread in my planner, if I do a theme like this, I'm gonna want something completely opposite the following week. Maybe something a little darker, or maybe something with florals, just so that way each week when I flip it, it's completely different vibe in my planner.
Amazing.
Oh.
I love it. Everyone's been so excited in the chat. I love how creative everyone is. It's so fun to see that. Yeah, I love getting to see how everyone's ideas and creativity get sparked. So Des, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into your world. It's so fun to see you plan.
Thanks for watching. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you being here. To bullet journaling? I've actually never bullet journaled.
I know it's a popular one, but I haven't
Yeah.
either. Maybe that's a goal for 2025 for us.
It looks so much fun. Like I want to do it, but I have never done it. But yeah.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining. This has been so fun to share this time with all of you. Again, this is going to be uploaded to Michael's YouTube tomorrow. So if you want to go back and check anything out or send to your friends, it'll be linked there. And I'll link Des's handles one more time in case you wanted to keep up with her and all of her amazing planning. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.